Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris and today we're doing this fun and flirty, glam and sexy, festive makeup look. Perfect for any event that you've got coming up in the next holiday season, as well as, wearable for every day, frankly. So if you want to see how to do this look, or if you'd like to follow along at home, then keep on watching. Alright, so you see, we're playing games today. I've already done one side of the face already, and that's frankly because I didn't know what I was going to do. So I used one side as a practice, and now we can do the other side together. So, I'm going to take just a brush, just any brush, fluffy, honestly it does not matter, and I'm going to apply some concealer all over the lid. And today I'm going to take this one, and that is the Prolongwear concealer. I'm kind of obsessed again with this concealer. Kind of fell out of love, come back, now we're here. So, I'm going to take that onto a flat brush, and we're just going to apply it literally all over the lid. Alright, so as you see, we're doing this really beautiful sort of cut crease, very angled look for the holiday season, because I mean, frankly, now is the time for glitter. If you can't do glitter now, you can't do glitter anytime. But I mean, the neutrals are neutrals. Pick whatever palette that works best for you. What I'm going to use today is the Jekyll Hill X Morphe, old school, like the second wave of the second version, and you know, it's just got some really beautiful warm tones in it. So I'm going to start off with this one here. It's called Mugshot, and I'm going to take that on just a fluffy brush. Using the flat side of the brush, we're really going to rock here into the crease, and you can see that the brush is really going into that crease line, so where the bone is, I'm working my way in there. Just kind of rocking it back and forward to deposit the pigment. And that's going to kind of build us the shape. From here though, we really need to start working it outwards. This is our sort of mid color, so it's not the lightest transition color and it's definitely not the deepest. But this is going to work our shape for us. You may notice I use the word blueprint quite a lot, and this for me is we're really kind of mapping out the shape that we want to create. Something like that. I mean, it's not perfect by any means, but it's definitely kind of giving us, a blueprint of where we're going to go. So just kind of going to start building out some intensity with the same brush until we're ready to move on to kind of blow it out with the next color. So I'm creating 2 videos because frankly that's all the time that I have before we hit Christmas, but I'm going to create 2 videos. This one's a little bit more of an intense eye look, and the second one is going to be much more of a simple but long wear makeup look that you can do on your holiday day itself to really kind of make an impact, but not put in a great deal of work. I'm really curious to know, what is sort of your go-to holiday look? Are you rocking a red lip? Are you focusing now on the eyes because of the whole pandemic? Alright, so I'm going to go back in with that same palette, and now I'm going to take this color here, and it is called Rush. Same brush. We're going to pick that up, and we're going to start blending this color out a little bit more. We want to blow it out so it's nice and soft. Where I'm mostly worried about is right here, sort of in this curve. That's where I really want to make it nice and soft and blended, so we've got this really nice transition from my skin color into that deepest color that we will apply next. So now I'm going to go in with this deepest color here called Secret. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this on quite a firm brush. It's sort of like a pencil brush, but a little bit longer. And this is going to really place the product. It's not so much for blending, but for really building the intensity. So, kind of starting as I traditionally would, kind of right on the outside of this corner. We're starting to really pat that on up into the crease. When I get into the crease, I start making these really short movements, kind of back and forth, kind of working that product in there. And the reason why I do that is I don't want to have any skipping. If I was to do really accentuated movements, sort of windshield wiper motions, if I was to do that, you would notice that the color would skip. So by taking very small movements, we're really able to place the product where we want it to be, and then we can always use another brush to blend it out from there. So, have you already planned for what you're going to wear, your outfit, your makeup for the holiday season? Do you have any virtual Christmas parties, virtual holiday parties coming up, or are you just going to wing it on the day? We have, for my workplace, we have a holiday party coming up next Tuesday night. Of course, completely virtual. We'll be sitting pretty much in this exact same spot, but you know, on a Zoom call. So I'm very curious to see how it's going to go. Going in with just a flat brush, the same flat brush that I used for the base. I'm going to take some more of that concealer and we're going to create the cut crease, so to speak. I prefer to use larger brushes when creating it because I feel like it gives the shape easier. So, making sure there's enough product on the end of the bristles because that's what we're mainly using. I just go ahead and tap and kind of drag a little bit inwards. And then once you've got that really nice crisp line, then you can fill in the rest of the lid. You may notice that I've left the front of the concealer completely wet, and the reason for that is I'm going to take these. These are reflex glitters. It's like the finest glitter particle that you can possibly get for cosmetic use, and it is such a nice thing. People who know me understand that I have I wouldn't call it an obsession, but I do have a deep love for reflex glitter. It just adds a little something to everything. And I'm going to take that just on a flat brush. We literally can just go ahead and push it onto the lid. And it's going to stay exactly where we place it. So this color is called Reflex Gold. And I don't think you can appreciate on camera how beautiful this really is. Want a little bit more here in this inner corner, just like so. Now, I wonder. There we go. You really see how stunning reflex are. It is, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. So let's continue on, shall we? I'm going to take a liner, use whatever liner you like, let's be honest, and I'm going to line the lash line. And on a ColourPop E28 brush, we're going to start sort of smoking this line around. So using just patting motions, you see that we're able to create this smoky effect quite easily. So we have this really, really beautiful transition. So I'm taking a brush. This is an F31. I'm gonna put a little bit of Fix Plus on, and I'm gonna take a little bit of that Prolongwear concealer, and we're gonna work that here underneath the eye, just for a thin layer that gives me somewhere to blend. Let's sharpen up this line as well. To be honest, I quite liked it soft, but the other eye is sharp, so here we are. Taking our original blending brush that we've done almost the complete look with, I'm going to take the color Rush, which is that lightest transition, and we're going to rock that into the lash line. It's almost in my eye bag. Makes it easier to not see everything. Next, I'm going to take that mug shot on the same brush, but this time we're kind of going closer underneath the lash line. And now we're going to change over to a much, much smaller brush. So here you can see it there, how small this brush is. Taking that mug shot and kind of really working it in between the lashes for even more intensity. So I'm going to pop off for a second. Let's do some mascara, some lashes, and then we can continue on. It's just, you've seen it before. I think you know how to do all of these things. So I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. So I added some mascara, I added some lashes, I filled in the brows, and I added a little bit of Teddy eye pencil. It's just a brown eye pencil. So, ready for skin. I'm gonna prep the skin today with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Oil, and I'm just gonna work that in just with my fingers. Now, of course, I've already done one side, so let's do the correct side. So I'm just kind of working that in. For foundation, I'm taking Prolongwear foundation from MAC. This is like a fallen comrade that's not available anymore, and it was my all-time favorite foundation. It was a beautiful sort of satin finish with medium coverage. It was kind of the best of all worlds, and yeah, we don't have it anymore, but you know what I mean. There's a lot of comparable foundations on the market, and we're just going to apply that on the face. You may notice that I tend to generally, oh my goodness, generally use a brush to apply my foundation. You know, is it old school? Maybe. But I just like the effect that it gives. I find we use less product. The foundation or the product kind of really melds with the skin, that I find. And it just, yeah, all in all, I just prefer the overall look. So, going back in with some concealer. I think you know which one. Same brush that we were using before, and now we're just gonna use it not so much for concealing, but more as a sort of a highlighting concealer. Now we want to make sure that we don't get too close under the eyes, because we don't want to get rid of all of that blending that we've already done. Go over the nose a little bit. So going in to add a little bit of warmth to the skin, I'm going to take this Smashbox contour palette. This is seeing some love, huh? And I'm going to go into the middle color, the bronze color. And taking that on quite a long-haired brush, this is going to give us a nice soft effect. The longer and the less dense the brush, the more kind of airbrush effect you're going to get with your product because it's not adding a lot of pigment to the skin, so you can really build it up beautifully. The more dense, the more pigment you're going to get off in one go because it's sitting more on the brush instead of in the brush. Yeah. So going into blush, and I'm going to take this color here, which is called Dolce Pink from Milani. And we're going to just add that on. What I think is very important is to really work your blush and your bronzer together. We're not looking for Neapolitan ice cream here. We really want this great synergy between the bronzer, the blush, and the highlight. Now this blush has a bit of a glow in it, so it's really easy then to transition into the highlight, and I'm going OG here. We're going with Soft and Gentle from MAC. I think everybody knows this color. Everybody has this color. It is just an easy highlighter to work in. And because it's baked, I mean, yeah, you can use it wet, you can use it dry, you can do whatever you like. Sort of last step in my complexion is I'm going to take Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Powder in Butter. And I'm going to use that on a powder puff, and I'm just going to take just the tiniest amount, dab it a little bit on the back of my hand, so I've only got just the most minimal amount, and I'm just going to push it kind of right here into the corner underneath the eyes, and that's just going to minimize any texture that I have, and it's going to really lock everything in. This by no means is baking. I don't like baking, but it just gives that really nice seamless effect, seamless look. All right, let's get on to lip. I really don't know what I want to do with the lip, so we're going to try a combination out. If it doesn't work, you'll never see it anyway. So we're going to go in with Spice Lip Pencil. I'm going to really accentuate that Cupid's bow first. Just like that. And then I'm going to take a lipstick called Sea Sheer. I'm going to take the lip pencil half red, and let's see if we can just give a little bit more shape and definition to the lip. All right, and we're done. So yeah, we're looking festive, we're feeling glam, we're kind of made up. If we need to wear a mask, also no problems because the focus is absolutely on the eyes. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. And of course, if you haven't already, go ahead, click the subscribe button. Really appreciate it. Drop down a comment, of course, of what do you have planned for your festive look? Is it something similar? Are you going more focused on the lip? I'm really curious to know. And of course, if you haven't already, click the like button as well. Let me know. Let me know if you like it. Other than that, stay safe, stay positive, and never ever forget, it's only makeup. Bye.